Hello, nerds, and welcome to Four Nerds Gaming. You're on with Keelan, doing a little Keelan's construction today, and we are on the Four Nerds Gaming vanilla server. Okay, today's project. We're on with the wife and the insolent one. The wife and I today are going to be working on our little abode. We've picked the location here, and we're going to be she's trying to head back to where we're at. She went to go looking for wood. Yes, she has definitely no sense of direction at all. So anyway, like I was saying, we're going to be building this project today, which is we're going to be building a house. I've started laying this out a little bit, and I built some of this. I kind of mocked up the floor plan of this house in Creative to get a basic idea. This is not exactly how it's going to look. I've been kind of modifying this a little bit, but we are in a, as you can see, a roofed forest biome here. We're kind of on a hill. There's horses in this valley. We got a couple of them. Collecting racehorses and stuff using the new woods. And we got a little bit of a idea how it's going to look. This house is going to have 2 turrets. One at the front over here. You see the circle here. And another one's going to be built kind of over this direction. I'll show you. This house is going to be huge. It's going to be like a huge mansion that will be 2-story during a lot of it, and maybe some 3, maybe even 4 stories. One of the turrets, we're not sure how high we're going to make it, but it's going to be pretty tall. So I've got a little picture I've got pulled up on my other screen over here, and I'm going to be using that as a reference point to figure out exactly where I need to be placing all these things, and maybe I can do a little talking while I'm at it. But let's go this way and make sure. Okay, this is going to be the main entrance, obviously. I had this a little bit off. This is not... I had to fix this a minute ago because this was not where I wanted it to be. I don't have any dirt. Yeah, I do have dirt on me. So yeah, that we still have room on the server. If you are interested in joining a vanilla server, then I don't have a shovel. Of course I don't. Just send us an email. That's not what I wanted. At 4nerdsgaming@gmail.com. I'm just going to put temporarily just put some wood there and put this cobble back here. Oh man, since I only have 2 of them. I've got a bunch more in there. That's our little temporary storage shack. These doors back where I had them. I learned something the other day when I was building on the spawn area. Did you know you cannot put a door on top of glowstone? That's kind of dumb, isn't it? So when she gets over here in a minute, she'll help. I've got to kind of lay out this floor plan anyway. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3. Well, 1 even there and 2 in between. Okay. And here we're going to go till 2 past the tree. 1, 2 past the tree, and then start building this way. Okay. So anyway, yeah, we've got a few people on here. This is all wrong. That's why I got me a brand new shiny iron axe to cut all this out. Let's see, make sure this is right. 2, yeah. It's gonna go all the way even to the. We're going to use this acacia wood as kind of a brick foundation. And then we're going to have probably see how this goes down. We're not going to put dirt to fill all that in. We're going to use probably some stone brick. I'm not exactly sure what we'll use there. Oh, sun setting, of course. I better put my bow back out because I will sure have trouble. I don't know what it is, but this area here around these trees is creeper central, man. I've had more trouble with creepers. And I'll tell you something else. I have died more on this server than I have on any other game that I've done on Minecraft in a long time. I'm not any kind of pro player by any means. I'm not trying to make it look like that, but I usually can hold my own, you know. I'm not too bad about it. But this server, man, I don't know what it is, but it is so brutal. We only have it set on normal difficulty, but there's times you'll get just bombarded by things. You don't get hit by one zombie, one skeleton. You're just like, it's coming from every direction. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be, yeah, this will continue straight. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to continue building this circle here. So we've got trees in the way, of course. A lot of these trees in here are going to have to come out. He goes all the way back in the woods. I want this to be in the middle of the trees. I want to be able to look from a distance, be over there and look over the hill and see, you know, this massive trees, but then see the house sticking up through the tops of the trees. So you can it's kind of halfway obscured by the trees. But I'm going to tear some of them out and I'll end up planting a bunch more. These trees here, I didn't know this, but when they first created this, some of these snapshots for these new biomes, you were unable to grow these trees. But then when they finally put their full release out, you were able to do that now. You can put, it's just like growing a large jungle tree where you put 4 saplings together and that will grow the tree. And they grow pretty fast. I've done a lot of harvesting. I've got a little, you may see way over there, I've got a little bit of those cobble area over there. Cobble lines. That is like, I've got a little farm over there, and I've got growing 3 kinds of trees in rows, and I've grown a bunch of these trees. And boy, I tell you, when you chop all these things down, you get a lot of wood from it. All right, so we got, here comes a spider. Oh. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I see you hiding there. Come on, come on. Come on, keep shooting me. Go ahead. Yeah, see what you get? One thing about playing on a server with other people is that you kind of have to coordinate when you sleep and stuff. I know that the insolent one is AFK right now. And of course, the wife can't sleep. She's traveling. So she lost her horse a little earlier. She got to, I don't know if it's our internet connection or what's going on, but when you ride a horse from playing at our house, what the, really? Hey, idiot. Stupid. Anyway, when you ride a horse from our house, if you're, what I mean by our house, our real house, you know, if you're on our internet connection, playing on our computers, you're at a horse, the lag is so horrible that it's just unbearable. She took off looking for a taiga, looking for birch, what do you call them? Spruce trees? Oh, crap. That's just great. Wonderful. No place to hide. Okay. Oh, that's not a good place to hide either. You can come right in here and say hello. Anyway, you can, she went to go look for, oh, what am I trying to say? What the hell was I saying? Anyway, she was looking for sort of trees because we need some of that wood, and got so bad, the lag was so terrible that she couldn't even continue to ride her horse. So she just got off the horse, put a lead on him, and led him to trying to lead him back home. He's still standing there. Look at him. And so, I guess you're not pissed anymore, huh? So at some point, when she's walking with her horse, the lead broke, thanks to Dinnerbone, and she lost him. Cannot figure out where she left, where he was on and where he was off, and what was going on there, but it just got to be, you know, she lost her horse. Okay, I'm gonna just put the basic outline of this up. It's 2 out. Oh no. So yeah. She had the greatest time. So she may not be doing too much helping. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I came out to, into, and then just go here. Let's go up here. Oh, yep, there's damn creeper right there. Just... And there's another one. Well, I would ask her to sleep, but insolent one is AFK, so that's not going to do any good. So what was I saying? I've already forgotten. Hopefully when she gets back over here, we can make some progress here. And no. So this project's going to take quite a few episodes. I probably won't show you every detail of the building process because that's boring. Nobody wants to see that. But I'll give you the idea, the basic idea of what's going on. I'm just going to build this complete, the actual area, the circumference, the, what do you call it, the outline of the entire house, based on a floor plan I built up in creative, and that's not what I wanted either. And then we're going to start filling, oh good, the sun's rising. Start kind of filling in. We have a basic floor idea. I think the color scheme, we spent a good 20, 30 minutes talking about this in creative the other day, about what we want to do with the, we're going to use a lot of the new stained clay, stained glass, the new woods. We have both the raw wood and the, we call them planks of the 2 new woods. And so it should look pretty interesting. I hope this one will be one of the biggest, one of the best looking projects as far as looks of it that I've ever done. So I will bring y'all along the whole journey to explain to you what I'm doing. If you want to come in here and play with this, like I said, oh really? Feel free to send me an email. Take that, son of a gun. Okay, so I tell you what, I do miss creative mode just when it comes to doing things like this, because this is a pain to do. If you've watched any of the Mindcrack episodes these guys have put up, it's like they've upped the... Oh, she's back, huh? That's not what I wanted to do. I get sidetracked so easy. Somebody sent me a care package at our little farm over there, little tree farm I showed you. And I have no idea who it did. I asked the Insolent one earlier, and she didn't answer me. She may have been AFK. Let's ask her again. Oh, if I could type it, sure would help. Oh, that urges me to walking. Oh. Sorry, I realize I'm not talking. It's hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time, much less play Minecraft and talk. So I gotta say, when I first started recording, I realized this is the most difficult thing I've had to do is to talk and play at the same time. Sound like Ronald Jinkies. If you don't know who Ronald Jinkies is, look him up. Look him up on YouTube. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we cut back this way. 1, 2, 3. Yep, just like that. Okay. So basically this is going to be this is going to be the one of the turrets. It's going to be round on the outside, but it look like it's like just attached to the side of the building. So the building's going to be square, and then this thing will be. Now there may be a spot. I may cut all this out. It all depends on how we're going to build the interior walls. But for now, this is going to cut in here. Then this room is going to continue on to be square here. So we go another. Let's see, one. I think it's all the way up adjacent to that. Need to make sure of that. I don't want to get. If I get off of one block on this whole thing, I'm going to be so screwed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. All right, now this thing right here is going to extend. Of course not. No. This one. There we go. This is going to make a cube, basically, this area. I've got the interior walls kind of laid out. Hard part of this whole thing is building the circles. Everything else is pretty straightforward. There's going to be a lot of tree chopping down. This is going to be straight. You see, that's another. This is going to be okay. This is like the little foyer. You walk in the front door and you have this little foyer here. Of course, that tree's going to have to come down. She's a smiley girl. Yeah, that tree's got to come down. Okay, so we got a little this is a little foyer area. Then it's going to off of here is going to be a hallway. Let's see, this door is going to be right here. Going into, I don't know what this room's going to be yet. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's going to be a room. And then we have 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oh, wait. No, yeah, that's right. And this is going to have the same thing on the other side. Door here and here. Then we're going to go. Oh, wait, no. It goes to here. So is that right? 2 blocks? No. She was going to come in here and record this with me, and so she'd be on the mic, but we got the children in the house, and we don't want to, abandon the children for YouTube. That door's going to be offset. So this will be, we're going to build, like I said, this base. Still, this looks like wood, but it almost looks like brick. It looks like kind of a color, a clay brick of some kind, doesn't it? With the way the lines are. So it could be either one. So anyway, this will go into a hallway. If you've watched Generic B, he's building a giant, like a haunted mansion, and he built this thing the strangest way I've never seen anybody build before. He built the entire shell of the house with no floor in it, no floors anywhere. Like he built the outside. It's like a 2-story or maybe even 3-story, some places, high building, mansion. And then he built the entire exterior wall around the entire thing, kind of like what I'm doing, but all the way up to the top. Even built some of the roof, majority of the roof up there, but still had no floor. And it was built on top of a swamp, and there's nothing but water and lily pads underneath the thing. It was crazy. I've never seen anybody build that way before. I just can't think. I guess when you build something creative completely, then you can build it. When you build it in real life, you can build it however you want, because there's no real limits to, Okay, so this is going to be here. We got a doorway right across the way too. So this is a doorway. This makes a lot more sense when I. There we go. Boy. No. Okay, tree, you gotta go. You're cramping my style. These trees are big, and there is... At first I thought, oh man, these things are so... I love this dark wood, but it is such a pain to cut down. Thinking about the large oak trees, they have all the branches that stick out. But to tell you the truth, these things here are easier to chop down than one of those, because they don't have any little pieces of wood that get, lost in the leaves. They're all adjacent to each other. They're all pretty easy to see. There's nothing hiding with. Now, like those oak trees, you'd break a block and see nothing around, but there'd be one way down, hidden inside the leaves, way up in there. It was such a pain to get every piece of wood, and then you'd have to build scaffolding and get back up in there to kill it, to break them all if you didn't do it the first time. It's terrible. So I hate chopping down trees, and you know, at one point we just considered leaving all these trees on the inside of the house, is building a house around it. And you know, that is a good idea in theory, but to make it practical use of that, it is so hard to do because, first of all, we want to build a tall house, and these trees are not that tall. If this was in the middle of the jungle, when you have those giant trees, you could easily build a house around those, and you could have the roof closed in, and then still have the top of the tree sticking out the top of the house. But since this house is going to be so tall, it would encompass all of this, and you just have to either strip all the leaves off that trees and have just a trunk sticking up, which is ugly. Then it's just a big block of wood there, you know. Or you have, you know, somehow leave the leaves in there, and then you got to build around those. It just makes things so complicated. So we opted not to do that. I have built a house in the past. One of the very first larger projects I built when I first started this game was when they first did the update that added the jungle biome. I don't know which update that was, like 1.4 something or 1.3 something. I planted 4 trees, 4 of those jungle trees, in the 4 corners of the house. This is a relatively small house. It wasn't real big. Then grew those trees up and then used those as the 4 corner posts of the house. So if I think about it when I'm editing this video, I'll put a picture of that up right about here so you can see what I'm talking about. It's not real fancy, but I thought it was pretty creative. I never seen anybody else. I like the idea. You know, I'm not a tree hugging hippie, but I am definitely a fan of nature and I love woods. And what in the world? That was weird. Hang on one second. Oh, crud. Where am I? Oh. I'm out in my office. It's a separate part. I'm going to die here. Oh, no. Well, there went our beds. That makes for exciting time, yeah. Oh, no.